Lost Glory. Kakav je ovo quest? Meet Halden at Royal Hall. Zašto? Čekaj bre.
I want to see the Alliance map.
Čim još imamo da plegujemo? Da plegujemo još dva, Shooting Gameskir i
What transpires in Gloucestershire?
Idemo u
You may
Gloucestershire.
have noticed that Gunar has disappeared from his forge. He has traveled to Gloucestershire in search
Otišao
of
da
a
traži
wife.
ženu.
A wife?
He is in love.
When did this happen?
When doesn't this happen with our dear lovelorn blacksmith? But there is a bright side. He has asked you to join him.
Join his search for a wife?
And see that he does not make a fool of himself. I believe he thinks that your presence would bolster his image.
Ok, idemo. Znači imamo još Gloucester i Skiropitaj. Kako zove Skiropet? Ne znam kako zove, nije mi bitno. The first night of summer.
I'll be Gunnar's keeper, if only to bring him back in one piece.
Very generous.
Ali moram mi sad ovaj quest što smo bili da li to
Wait for
spada
the
pod
Town of Gloucester.
questovi ili
You
da li to
will find
spada
him there.
pod meni questovi ili ne. Čekaj, ovo sve spada pod jednu, pa ajmo onda prvo ovo. Još ćemo prvo da se nađem sa Halfdanom. Onda idemo u Gloucester da nađemo ovog našeg. Bit će malo dugačka sesija, pošto hoću večeras da završim Valhallu. Tako da bit će jedna dugačka sesija. Sutra se snima Life is Strange i tako. Vidimo mi gdje je nastao Halfdan. Malo sve spada pod taj jedan, tako bi trebalo. Znači vidimo što treba ovdje. Što mi izgleda Yorkshire jer još nismo završili. To jest Yorkshire. I believe in Steve, yeah. Ima opet Njemačka. Znači to radi samo kad nestane ovo da je ovdje borbe.
I wonder how Halfdan fares, now that he sits on the throne.
Sad ćemo gdje je on.
Moira may know where Halfdan has gone. Moira,
Gdje je
is something
otišao
wrong?
kralj?
Weep for Northumbria.
Is it Halfdan? Has he gotten worse?
His heart is broken. He's a mere shadow of himself. With Faravid lost and his brothers away, he wallows in paranoia and sadness.
I could speak with him.
paranoič.
Where is he now?
Wandering the fields of Pitteringa with his beloved Beonton.
I'll find him. Thank you, Moira.
Sam rekao
That
da
is
je
in
on
the east. Just follow the road to Scarborough.
Skarbra. Di on je, gdje je on je jebota? Kažem, pitanje je gdje je on? A tamo skočimo, ajmo tamo. Ajmo prema tamo gore, pa vidimo da li je on tamo. Mislim, čim je ovo ovako, znači da sam ubo. Čim je ovo plavo, čim je ovaj marker plav, znači ubo sam ga, jel? I believe. To još je zanimljivo na pravcu.
About this land.
To što ne vidi vuk neki. Vukčić. Vukčić mi vidi. Pičeringa, sarijem ti se u ime. Kogod ti je davo ime.
No glory, no hope. Nothing but snow. Silent as a corpse.
Stand up, Halfdan. I'm taking you back to Jorvik. Up, my lord. You're a king. You're not allowed to sulk. Men bled and died to sit you on that throne. So go, sit.
My brother, Ivar. Did he die well?
He died fighting.
You slew my brother and never said a word. You kept this from me.
It was no secret. Abba knew. Did he not?
Leave me.
I will not. I've come to see you safely home. Now get up.
Ustaj, čovječ.
I mislaid my hammer. I think Beonton ran off with it, but I'm not well, Eivor.
Vidim da nisi
I'll
dobro,
find
šta
your
ti?
hammer, and then you'll come with me.
I was on my way to Scarborough. If you find my hammer, bring it to me there.
Finally, did have this hammer. Čuče, gdje ti je? Čuče, ovo se radim... Čak, ja sam prekinuo svoj alliance zbog tvojeg jebenog čekića, brate. Dobro, došli da bih tebe vratio na tron, jer kralj na tronu je... Smrt za kraljevstvo, to je kralj koji nije na tronu. A kralj je, to je smrt za kraljevstvo, mislim. Ako kralj umre u borbi, onda to nije, ali... Ovako ako je kralj lud. Mislim, ovaj kralj jeste lud, ma. Paranoičan, ali bio on paranoičan dok je bio jar. Nije sedeo u Jorviku. Ok, još malo viđamo sneg.
Where are you off to, Loki?
The champion returns. I have no fight left in me, friend. But where is Loki Rabbit?
The creature disappeared.
Of course he did. So go the tricks of Loki Rabbit.
Znači si ga ti nazvao Loki, ne znam šta ti kaj. Ali ja sam se vratio. Ti nisi mogao da ga pobediš, ti si mislio si šampion, sad ti plaći tu ceo dan, sve dok ne umreš zašto sam te ja pobedio, zašto nisi više great champion. Ali vidi, za mene ćeš uvijek biti champion, pa ti sad gledaj. Ja sam samo bio jači.
There's Bjornson, guarding the hammer.
Da li Bjornson? Dakle, on čuva hamara, ne može da ubije vukova.
Half-drunk needs his hammer.
Ne sam čekao. Opet tamo. Ok, da ovdje možemo da se fast travelamo, to nije toliki problem. Sad mi njega vratimo na tron. I nadam se da ovdje sad do Jorvika, jer nemamo više toliko puno questova.
The lighthouse. Halfdan awaits. This hammer is not meant to be thrown, Halfdan. Remember that next time.
Evo, izvoli svoj čekić.
My father, Ragnar, he gifted this to me. Took it off a Finnish chief.
Znači ubio je Finca s
Still
tim,
warm
a?
with blood when he handed it to me. I had 14 winters.
14 godina
Ragnar
si ima.
Lothbrok was a great king.
Tačno tako.
A Finnish arrow killed my mother.
Aj, slog. Ne, pazi, vjeruje se da je Helfenova majka bila Lagerta. E sad, neki vjeruju da je Lagerta, neki vjeruju da je Eslag, ali vjerovatno da je ali ja vjerujem da je Lagerta, tako da Lagerta je ubila finska strela.
And he did. 14 against 1. But that was years ago in the east. And this is the west, where my father lies dead. A pile of bones in a pit of snakes.
And here we are, still telling stories of his life and deeds.
Bili smo na grobu tvoga oca.
How did my brother die?
With his hand on his axe, awaiting the maidens of the battle slain.
Now he drinks at our father's side, awaiting the war at the end of days. Beoton, my boy! Come here, boy!
A dog always forgives, but he needs you home. All of Northumbria
Što ti
does.
sve vreme dolazi, što ti sve vreme dolazi odavde. Boga mi.
Do a last thing for me. Light the beacon for all to see, and let it burn.
Hoću. Ajde, brazier. Hoću, nije problem. Señorita, por favor. Znači, ovo je bio neki side quest, a? Još mi da se vratimo sa lepo questovima i idemo na the first night of Samhain. Finally speak to Gunar in the western Gloucestershire. Ovo je pretposlednje što imamo uopšte ovdje. I sad pitanje gdje je Gloucestershire? Ovo je Shottinghamshire, Skiropeshire, Gloucestershire. It is located where the Avon and Thames rivers meet in the west side of the town. Where the Avon and Thames river meets. Avon and Thames, znači ovdje. Znači mi da se lepo fast travelamo ovdje, pa mi njega da tražimo. Da, ali moj blacksmith nije ovdje, upravo ga tražim, otišao da traži ženu. Otišao da traži ženu, brate. Lik je neženja, pođe da traži ženu. At the west side of town. E sad ima ko nije ovdje. Iz Felda. Ima da nije možda tamo još. On je ovdje otišao. Čiš, dobro. Bliže nek što smo mi rekli da je otišao. Ali trebali smo se fast rolati ovdje na luku, zašto? On je izgledao na luci. To je blizu luku. Nije bolje što se fast rolali ovdje, zašto je bliže ovdje. Znači, prošlo je sad i po vremena od sesije, mi još nismo stavili kapuljaču na nas. Sad smo mi došli do dela Valhalla gdje ne treba kapuljač. Evo njega. Ej, jesi našao ženu? Si našao ženu?
Eivor, thought I smelt you on the wind.
Gunnar, with the speed you left home, I thought you've been carried off by Valkyries.
I have. This Valkyrie right here, Bridget, my own heart's root. Meet
Ja
Eivor.
on se zaljubio.
It takes a rare woman to nail down our Gunnar.
Ravendine da, with my Zigwili.
Ha?
Good to meet you as well. How did you find a woman in these backwoods?
Tek mi ti.
She came through the settlement selling runes, outshone every stone in her satchel. She offered me a trade, a rune for a brooch I was making. I got a better deal. But she loves the ugly little thing.
Have you a family, Bridget?
That mama dad carried Evan Gillid and Anu.
Ovo je neka francuskin.
Bridget Manpower, the last high priestess and elderman. They since passed on. But the current elderman looks out for her.
I should like to meet this elderman of yours, if our kinfolk are to be joined.
A union forged in love. Come, we go find him. Oh, and don't blame me if he's heard a tale or two about you. What about it, Bridge?
Dim Jolch. You threw bags of air sich o gwmpas Gillid. Dat Eivor gal clis llawn.
Nešto, znam da je nešto mene spominjao, ali ne znam šta. Ja znam da ste čuli ovu pesmu malo pre, ali naš blacksmith Gunar voli da idu backwards, zato što da on peva Into Backwards Now.
They come from all over to celebrate Samhain. I am standing here. Most are busy with the festivities that pay us mine.
Samhain? Is that what these carved roots are for? This tradition?
Aye. Faces cut into lanterns to ward off evil spirits and guide children home.
They have a haunted look about them. Let us bring a few back.
Imam neke će biti kratke sekvence, sve jako malo misije, zato što sad ipak su ova posljednje dvije sekvence, koliko dugačke mogu biti.
There is the elderman. Gunar!
Gunar!
A good leader, seeing to his people's needs. Let us join hands when his task is done.
Yeah. Then let's introduce you to Tevder.
Tevder. Zdravo.
Hands as clammy as a dead haddock, but his heart is in the right place. And he'll be elderman after Gunar.
Jel si pričao taj neki čudini
This is
jezik?
Eivor, my chieftain.
Ah, yes. The way Gunnar speaks, I expected...
Me to ride in on a winged horse, cure the sick, the blind. His compliments
Me
are as
predstavlja ko
blunt
Isusa
as his
Jatonis.
hammer.
Ah, more pagans crowding our table. Just lovely. Well, what brings you here?
I am here to hasten my friend's marriage and drink my weight in ale. If friendship comes afterwards, then all the better.
And what has Dane friendship done for Christian Mercia? Unseated god-right kings for puppet rulers?
Zašto ti pričaš kao Engles? For puppet rulers.
Apples! Eivor, wait until you try the cider. You like cider, eh? Tevder?
Volim cider, da, probao sam jedan cider.
Ah, you must be Eivor. Tevder, I see you've welcomed our honored guest. Come just in time for my last song.
Da li ćemo mi ovdje imati neke orovišnice? Pošto mi se malo Hidden Blade prlja sa krvlju ordera Foundation.
So you've come to meet the family before you whisk my Bridget away to her life as a smithy's bride.
We're honored to have her join the Raven clan, but your lush landscape will be hard to match.
I must give away girl and land in this misty season, but Gunar is a good man, and he speaks tirelessly of you.
If you will excuse me, I have...
Ja, ovaj Tevder, brate, baš priča ko Engles.
The shrine. And with so many thieves and fangs on the path, a fellow may fall in God's service.
Kunon, I do not need a heathen escort.
Youth cut down in its prime, without even the memory of warm thighs and cider to sustain him in the afterlife.
Then, by my honor, I shall not rest until I return him to you safely. Aye, Tefter?
I see I am outmatched. Though a Dane joining in praise to Saint Kenhelm, God will weep.
My lady love calls, Eivor. Oh, if you'd like to join us later, we're going hoodening this eve.
Go, may you have a fire-forged friendship. Watch for fairies, fenfolk, and fiends. I have a hand fastening to oversee, an apprenticeship to officiate, and a pig to
Samo ti jedi, prasić. Sad bi te vegani zaklali. Može sam nemoj da pričaš, nervira me jako taj tvoj britanski akcent, znaš? A telo big fire. Blue Chester started.
Samhain. Kunon humors these pagans too much. It is the first
Rekao
thing
sam,
gone
nemoj
when
da
I
pričaš.
met them. Fires and magic, spirits in the air. Gloucestershire has strayed from God's light.
People need carousing, especially before the winter frost. A festival brings warmth and cheer.
God's light does not dim as the night chills. But the winters are hard upon the children. Seeing them run around.
It lightens the heart. Are there priests in your lands? I've met a few, liked even fewer.
The profane has gone unchallenged here. I alone am the reformation. They are a flock in need of my shepherding.
And how will you lead this great renewal?
They will fill the church's pews, and we will thank him for all the gifts he brings. Not false idols of wood and clay.
And yet, are we not going to pray at the idol of another? Is this Saint Kenhelm your god?
No, and we do not call him such. He is simply
Točno
closer to
tako.
the Lord's ear.
Kao, nema idola, nema više bogova, u stvari hrišćanstvo ima svece koji su kao bliži Bogu, a opet se mole ljudima koji su na slikama. Pagani su bar imali neke oblike tih likova, napravili su ih od gline i od metala, od drveta, čega, a hrišćani ih nacrtaju, brate.
But you won't be rid of me. I will keep my word to Kunon for your safe return.
Znate, onda je malo... Onda, brate, svi slađe nisu, oni kao mrze pagani, u stvari su isti kao pagani, možda još i gori od pagani.
I don't understand this Christian praying. I thank Odin while standing. Why get your knees dirty?
To humble ourselves before God. Besides, I've dirtied my knees doing worse.
That sounds like a tale I'd like to lend my ear to.
Please, Eivor, I must
Dobro,
pray.
moli se.
Should I watch?
Share praise that one, don't forget my son,
Gift
to
upon this lowly servant, your
include
greatest
everyone.
gift. Patience.
I will not have to interrupt your prayer to protect you, Tefter.
And yet you insist on doing so. What is it you are looking at? A hare?
Tefter, get to safety.
Where did they come from?
Ne znam, a moram da te branim od svih. Ti bi sad umro dok se moliš. Da se ti moli Bogu sad. Ima ga, vraća se. Mislim, ja sam mislio da si ti umro, ali ja sam mislio da si ti uplašio da si pobjeg. Ali očigledno nisi. Da se ti moli sljedeći put, znaš. Glupavi Britanci.
Eivor, thank you. for saving my life.
It's good I was here to protect you. Maybe Gunar has the eyes of prophecy.
Blood, cloven-hoofed and sent by Lucifer himself. This land must be returned to God's grace.
More likely the shrine is in their territory.
Lord, we thank thee for your protection.
It's not safe here.
Give me my moment's prayer, Eivor. I ask only this.
We should return to Gloucester. Unless you'd like to thank the little martyr here for tonight's feast.
I'm not a babe in the woods in need of constant guard. Go on without me.
I gave Gunar...
Yes, your word. And when I see him, I will say you protected me from being skewered upon those devil's tusks.
Znate, ovaj kome se on moli.
I owe you a drink at least. Later, if you'd have one. Find me at the festivities.
Ako ti preživiš. Nego, znate vi šta peva ovome Tugbiru ili Teodoru, zvaće ga Teodor, bolje mi da izgovorim Teodor nego pozdravljam jezik. Znate vi šta on peva? Ovom dok se ovaj Teodor moli, peva da on vidi Presentation of the Martyring Hymn, znači Presentation of the Martyring Me!
Eivor, there you are.
Here I am.
So, what adventures did you find in my absence?
Escorted Tefter to the shrine of some Christian saint. Our past was not peaceful. We were accosted by a group of boars.
Odd, but path na usually safe. To the Brivo.
But you saved his hide. I bet it was quite the sight, two of you as a pair.
How did Tefter become Cunan's successor? He speaks with his god's fire, but I do not quite believe it.
I watched the Egloi's father's Harden call on Tefter. He believes Mavanade quite do.
Tragic that is. But I think the lad can still be molded, Eivor. You might be just...
I need a drink.
Možeš mi kazati, brate,
Try
šta
the
priča.
cider. It's from last year's apple harvest. Skull.
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 So, you invited me to a hoodening. What mischief is this?
Niguiskalan Vela Sprudjon and Creatures of the Vale. The bag for treats.
Gloucester gives their glut to otherworldly visitors, and if you dress as one, you'll get that bounty yourself.
Freely given? Huh. I've only seen such a thing done at feasts.
Then we turn you into a beastie and have you roam the hills, braying for sweets and
Znači,
drinks.
samo moram da budem prosjek, a?
It's hardly a disguise. Just a cloak and some bones.
Šta je ovo?
Nonsense. You are the very spirit of the Mary Louved. Now, that's hooden.
Šta je ovo, brate?
Come to Mary Louved, the spirit who sings for
Šta je ovo, čovječ?
cake and ale. And you cannot have your cloak back until you...
Trick or treat.
I'll keep this. Gunnar, if no one else is dressed this way, I will fill your shop with sheep.
That house for sure.
Knock, knock.
Trick or treat.
What business have you?
Trick or treat, znači sad je noć ješica.
Right. We're doing cakes instead of beer this year.
Samhain night and the moon is high. Mari Luid haunts my door.
Give me sweets and candied treats, the kind I most adore.
Here then, sweets for the Mari Luid. You've earned it.
Are you playing the role of trickster spirit?
Can trickster spirits see?
Znači, ovo je
The
noć
eye holes
ješica
in this
stvari
mask are
večeras.
terrible.
All it takes is a mask and some sweet cake to turn you into a gentle skull.
I am not going to sing, Gunnar.
Then,
Modern, ali ja sam pročio da piše moral. Srećna noć vještice. Koja je prošla, by the way, ali nema veze. Kuc.
Good! Oh, thank the gods. We've been waiting for children all night to empty our stores so we can go to the party. Have some extra.
Lads getting into their cups, scaring the wee ones. Warrior, knocker of doors, victor of caves. How does it feel to pillage what is freely given?
Worthy.
Kuc, srećna noć vještica, gospodine.
I have come to rhyme with you.
Gospođa.
In the gloaming, see her roaming hidden neath the hood.
Never knowing who is knocking, wanting something good.
Oh, very nice.
Ovo je treba da rimujemo malo, a? Napišem ja džaba pesmu.
Sweet as honey, Gunar. You should see this. Gunar. My cakes.
Find Gunar's whereabouts. Mogu da je ovdje nego, sve ćemo vidjeti.
Gunar! Damn deserter.
Dobro, deserter inače znači onaj koji je pobjegao. Da ti kaže da je deserter.
Stupid boy. To speak to someone of the Raven clan this way.
Fitting name for scavengers. Winged rats taking what isn't yours.
I'll pick out your eyes and feed them to your god.
Gunnar,
Laši malo vas zove. Gdje mi je maska? Gdje mi je maska?
You seem to want your nose broken, so let me oblige.
Christ, I'm tall.
Ne znam gdje mi je maska.
It's you lot we should be burning alive.
Ići ovaj dvaj na jednog. Ne znam šta ti očekuješ.
Are you sure you don't want to stay in Gloucester?
They know how to have fun. My leg!
Gunar!
Šta si mi radio od druga? Šta si mi radio od druga? Ne znam šta si mi radio od druga. Evo ti jedan šamar pošto si bas gitara. A šta si mi radio od druga, nemam pojma.
Keep your brawls to the other side of the river. There's children about.
Ne znam gdje mi je nestala maska.
I don't answer to you, witch.
Thomas Fletcher. I brought
Thomas
you
Fletcher.
into this world, wiped your mother's birth blood from
Imaš li ti
your
neke
face.
veze sa tom šarom?
Mind your tongue. Let's see that leg then.
It's nothing.
Careful with the old man. He's had many winters' worth of wounds.
Ti Lucas, Modron's o gwmpas to patch this land.
Will he walk again?
The gash is deep. If I cannot save the leg, the pigs
Pa i sad kad moj drug izgubi nogu.
That man
Pazi,
called you a witch.
moj brat izgubio ruku, a ovaj izgubio
I
nogu.
lead those who follow the old ways in Gloucestershire. But I
Znači
offer
on je
my
order
healing
gdje ta?
services on both sides of the river.
Znači on je
Wait,
templar.
my love. Go back to the house and bring me the garlic salve.
And the worms? Are we cleaning or cutting, Mother?
Yes, grab the worms just to be safe. Now go, child. I promise not to cut it off before your return.
Give me strength.
My mum Modron is known am a humor towill Gudran.
I'm glad you all finding my mortal injury so funny. Go, Waver. Make merry and try to loosen Tevter's shoulders.
Modron, you don't have to save his leg. I will understand.
Da, nema
That limb
veze.
will be fine, but no medicine in England will stop the dribble from his mouth. I do not work miracles.
Pitu Tevder. Vratimo našu kapuljuču da možemo da izgledamo opet kao ta Mary Lou. Great Mary Lou. Ovo se dođe vodu i skine kapuljuču što je malo glupo. Znači mi sad sve vreme idemo kao ovaj lik, zato mi možemo da skinemo kapuljaču, ali... Ovaj lik izgleda, to jest ovaj lik u kojem smo se maskirali je baziran, ima kapuljaču. Da ne može nikada nas vidi. Iako malo pre nismo imali zašto je Igor je majmun koji mora da skine kapuljaču svaki put kad se bori s nekim. Ne znam zašto je to radi, ali nema veze. No češica je čoveče, ne moraš da skineš kapuljaču samo zato što se boriš s nekim.
Eivor, there you are.
Tu sam.
Tefter.
You're well met. Gwilym here has challenged my honor in a contest of drinks.
Join us. The lad will be easy pickings.
Give me a cup.
Some ale, then.
One for me as well.
For shaveling of Christ Lord, you have a lot of scars, Gwilym.
Not every tonsured man is a wet-eared abbey, babe. I came to God after I had scarred my soul with sin.
To holy hearths and humid eyes, it is the best drunkenness returns a man to royal reason. Skull.
Skull. Se sad borimo.
Be kissing a flagstone soon.
Dobro, ja sam brži samo. Ovdje baš ima dosta, znači da budemo pijeni.
Staggering already?
Dobro, ovo već ne može da pije. Ti di se sa vikingom boriš u pići.
Don't hurl into the barrel, okay? Got some on your boots?
Još dve. To se već ljulja, to previše se. Ljuljam se ja. Ali ja imam više.
You're going to start.
E sad ko prvi popije, Pa je pobjednika, to moram biti ja. Jer sam rekao, to moram biti ja. Kako smo malo dobrano pijeni, jel? Ali nema veze, jednom si živ.
Good effort, Tefter. This merriment feeds my soul. Here, another drink on me for allies new and old.
Of all the ealdormen I've met, you're the most unburdened. What is your secret?
None. It is well known. The burdens I carry will soon leave this world with me. So drink to my life and death.
Death?
I am to be sacrificed in the Wicker Man as king of the harvest. Like Elderman Simkin before me and all before him.
Horrible barbaric practice. A burnt offering after poor crops. They hope well-fed gods will smile upon them.
Your people are loyal to you, Gunar. Seems a waste to throw your life away.
Didn't falter if I shirked my duties. I will die glorious in flame, not live to further choke my homeland.
A toast, then. To Ealdorman Gunar, joyous and generous. Let each man show him loyalty until he suffers death.
My friends, you are kind to me. I'd like to toast my successor, Tefder. May he wear the horns head high.
Pa sad na kraju kad se ispostavi da je ovaj Teodor. Rekao sam zvaću ga Teodor, zašto je bolje da ga zovem Teodor. Pa i sad kad se na kraju ispostavi da je on Templar.
Weak! What is this?
Evor se napio ko guzica.
I feel like Thor chugging oceans. No effect to my head or step.
Dosta brever, počeš da pišeš po ljudima koji ja što sam počeo da pišem kad sam se napio posljednji put. I tad sam se napio posljednji put i nikad više.
Give me visions of all creatures that roam these hills, and the sorehead tomorrow to pay for it.
Wow, that tastes awful. It feels good, though. Eivor, speak true. My feelings be damned. I have been an ass, do not deny it. And I, for that, I am sorry.
A colossal horse's ass, yes.
Soft words from the heartless heathen.
Only fiercer than fire among ill friends. I can be very as nice as a spring gale.
Čim su ovako dugački... Nećemo da idemo na ljubavnu opciju. Ali čim su ovako dugački questi, znači vjerojatno da će ovo biti jako kratka sekvencija.
My first ally as Elderman. I accept. We shall make an oath. How do we start?
Yeah, the greatest oath, and the greatest union. To the oath!
The treaty! The greatest!
Follow Teodor. Baš smo pijani sad.
More ale to seal our friendship? This way.
Jebote, evo re, pijan si ko gusica, čoveč.
Like pig?
Mislim, imao si ti pijanstva u igrici, ali nikada ovakva, jebote.
Silly words to scare silly children.
You seem magic as the stuff of children's
dreams. Pa izvolite kako se slika mrd.
Perhaps I judge too much.
Ne idemo tu, evo, ovamo idem.
Foolishness sometimes takes my time.
Piše.
I have to piss.
A great blackness chases stars across the sky.
Čekaj, Evo, da se dobro pao dole. Evo, poljubio patos.
Here we are.
A šta ima tu, nema ništa, čovječe, pijeni smo ko gusice.
Tefter!
Pijeni smo ko gusice, čovječe.
Hefter! Where are you?
Oh, evo ga Eivor opet pao. Pazi, možda ovo plan da me napiju pa da ne mogu da ih ubijem. Evo, mi opet pijem. Opet nas dvojica pijem. Ti Eivore, baš ne želiš večeras da završiš na Kristinu, a? Pazi, pao preko kokoši! Doći, pile moj! Vidi! Jure da spilići, koji korac je ovo, čoveče? Evo ga, gotov je. Evo, gotov sam i ja. Oboje smo pijani kod dupeta, brate. Mislim, možda sam ja malo pijaniji, to jest možda i Teodor malo pijaniji, ali... Pijani sam, brate, kod dupeta, to ne mogu da sporim.
Hell's breath. What happened last night?
Ko zna? Ko to zna, Eivor? Gledaj epizodu na Flick kanalu pa ćeš skontati šta se desilo prošlu noć.
And the effects of that draft still cling. Hefter, are you here?
Čekaj, mogu ja da... Što imam ja